floor for nominations for town council president.
I'll nominate Bill. I'll second.
Okay. Any other nominations? Close for president.
It's looking like there's something.
Can we vote?
And vote. Roll call, yeah. Randy Hurley? Yes. Tom Roberts?
Yep.
Adam Jones?
Yes.
Bill Walters?
Yes.
And Steve Rogan?
Yes.
Okay, now we'll open up the floor for vice president.
I nominate Adam Jones.
Second.
We got a first and I got a second. All in favor, say aye. No, I'm sorry. Roll call, sorry, roll call.
Randy Hurley for Adam Jones. And who seconded
Is
it?
there anybody else?
Steve.
Steve.
She's nominated Steve.
Then you have to, no.
Well, she can't nominate somebody, I'm sorry.
Ask for any other, ask for any other nomination.
Any other nominations?
Don't you go doing that.
Amy, call the roll, please.
Sneak that in.
Tom Roberts,
Yes.
Steve Rogan,
Yes.
Randy Hurley,
Yes.
Adam Jones.
Abstain. I don't want to take one for myself.
Okay, whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, now if you all, we will stand and do the invocation and do the pledge of allegiance. Tom, definitely.
Dear Father, we just praise your name, Lord, for a new year and all the things that you have in plan for us for this year, Lord. We thank you very much for the protection, Lord, from a couple of weeks ago, and thank you for all the things that the police did and the school did to protect our youth. And we just ask you, Lord, to guide us tonight and throughout the year. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amy, you want to do roll call?
Roll call. Randy Hurley. Here. Tom Roberts.
Here.
Adam Jones.
Here.
Steve Rogan
I think I am.
and Bill Walters.
I am here. Gentlemen, we have minutes on the table that came out. You have two sets. You have the December 9th, 2025, and you also have the December 30th special meeting at 6 o'clock. If you've all had time to look at them, I entertain a motion.
I'll make the motion that we approve the special meeting minutes from just, that's the later one.
That's December 30th.
Well,
You probably do them both.
You can
okay,
do
no,
both
let's do
the
both. Same motion, that we approve the special meeting minutes from December 30th and the regular town board meeting from December 9th.
A second.
Got a first and a second. Is there any changes, discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Approved? Still under good. Oh, no, right. Okay, we're going through the review of the pay history and that. Did everybody get a chance to look at the claim document?
Yes.
Trina put it out, everything. Was there any questions, any concerns? Seeing none, I'd entertain a motion.
What's the amount of it?
You got it.
Yeah,
Right here.
Steve's got it.
Oh, there's a cheap one. Okay, $191,420.16. Yeah, I'll make a motion that we accept the allowance accounts payable vouchers.
I second it.
Got a first and second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Have we got all of that now? Payroll of it went that way, claim docket.
And we already got, yep. You're ready
And
for
payroll
the-
distribution report. I'm still
It's
waiting on the
that way.
claim docket over here.
And
Come
then
on
you
back.
got there's a bank rec to your right. That needs to be signed up. new format.
Is there a
You can't read it. It's good.
retail this year, this time?
No,
Or,
it'll be next time.
we did the paper, right?
We didn't
Just
say.
a note or sign.
Yeah, you said, okay. Somebody's got you, I apologize, I had to steal your pen, I got a pencil, somebody's good. Gotcha. Tom, you wanna give the regional wastewater update, did you get that?
Yeah, we got it. It was really boring.
Should we sign?
I do appreciate Jason,
That's coming up.
the report comes from Delaware County Regional Wastewater District. We get a monthly report saying what activity they did in Delaware. We can look and see if there's any problems or things like that. Usually it's 811, so to find things, or repairs of a lift station, something like that, or fines. They do some work on the sewers at all. But there was nothing, it was just routine.
I will say that we did, I don't think it was in the newsletter, but we just approved a contract with Commonwealth to look at the interceptor that we've got going through town, going to Chesterfield. It's one of the last pieces of the lake. As a regional wastewater district, you know, I serve on that board, but that is one of the last legs of all the underground main lines that we have that hasn't been updated. I mean, we got done with Overlook, got all of that done, and this is the next one on. So I think it was 34,000 that was approved for Commonwealth to go through that from here all the way to Chesterfield.
And that's all Delaware County Regional Wastewater District.
That is regional wastewater district. That is done through the regional wastewater. Has nothing to do with us, but it does go through all ours because all those lines haven't been cleared out. Forgot. I can't tell you how long it's hard to even get through there right now. So we'll have an update on that. All right, moving.
We'll make a suggestion that you do your fire territory appointments and your board appointments before you get into that reports.
Oh, yeah, good idea.
Cheat.
So township appoints the 5th member for the even years, so they'll be doing that one. And right now we have Adam and Brandy as our representatives from the town council.
And is that all? I'm looking for my sheet. I'm trying to, you know what I'm looking for right there. It is. Got it. Somewhere.
So we don't have to worry about another appointment, that's the townships, and then,
So we only have the two.
We only have
We don't
two.
have the extra bit this
Nope.
year.
no, we did it last year.
Does it have to be a town council member, or can we appoint you when we choose?
Fire board members must also be town council or township board members. Or appointed, I don't know.
This is for appointment.
I think
Fire
the 5th
members.
one does.
The 5th one does not have to be, because we had Amy Morgan last year, like she was appointed.
What it's always been.
That's correct too,
is
because
it's
that's
been-
the way our budget is set up, just, we have to pick that position pays $1,000. That's on there, so that $1,000 can go to one person who's not already
Board.
in a lucrative elected
Yeah, so
position.
it's.
Yeah, because
it's
they
two-
have
it's two
Trish and
trustees,
Dennis.
It's 2 town board members, and then each year it rotates back and forth
Yeah.
between an incorporated or a township member appointed by the representative.
Yeah, somebody appointed by that.
So it would be 2 town board members. So currently we have Brandy and Adam as the,
Am I missing something?
as the appointments. Okay. Hear anybody?
Are we supposed appointed by Bill?
Oh, I didn't look
Well,
at
they're
that,
by
I'm sorry.
we're appointed by the town council.
Yeah, I thought it was, yeah.
Are you guys opposed to being on it again?
No, I second that. Is that a motion?
Yeah, sure.
You got it first and I second it. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so that is the
So
fire.
Brandy and.
All right, what else do we
You
got?
need to do your departments.
Okay, going back to the department. You wanted to switch, right? Okay, so, I've got Tom going to sanitation. I'll take water and streets. Planning and zoning, Brandy, still good?
Yep.
Adam, the police. Steve, you're the park liaison, correct? Anybody want to change, have any questions, concerns? Want to talk?
Adam's,
I'm good.
Adam's police, right?
Adam is police,
And
Steve.
you're doing street and.
I'm doing streets and water. And Steve will be the park, Randy will be P and Z. Okay? All right, so since we went through that, Tom, you're up first.
What am I doing?
Sanitation.
Oh,
Our
I
sanitation.
don't know what's going on. Randy, yeah.
You gotta go clean the bathroom.
It's winter time, right, so there's really not much going on, so, yeah.
And the next big thing,
Come in. When did we get there?
We got this in April,
April,
until
April, October.
first of November.
First of November and
And
October.
then the cleanup is all about.
Spring and fall.
Spring and fall, yeah, that's
We
about.
usually check with them.
And we
that
just
later.
did a bid on the trash for, I think, 3 years.
Extension.
Yeah, an extension, so you're good.
So we usually just call Niles and say what dates he have available, spring and fall, and he gives them, and then we pick them and we let you know.
I feel like I could go on vacation.
I think you're getting ready to.
Counting it down. Okay, so. What's our next one? Water.
You're up.
No, I know, hang on just a second, if you would, I apologize for the break, I'm gonna change. Trina, I need a favor, please. There is a resolution here from John Brook as far as the surplus on the vehicles that
Oh,
we
he
could do
did go ahead
tonight.
and do
So
it.
could I send this to you and have you print out, make copies for everybody, please?
I brought my work keys in just because I have the feeling.
Thank
I
you.
have mine if you want it.
I've got them.
Our grandkids in the office just.
I know, I'm about to go to the French fry.
Yeah, they'll let you.
Skip to Jesus.
No, I'm scared, by the way.
Oh, not Lucy. So
Hey, Trina, while you're
Trina,
saying that, don't scare
There
your
it is.
grandkids.
Poor babies, I would never.
Yes.
Okay, I apologize, that way we can get that, because we had that on there. Water and streets, Bradley, anything?
With the new billing cycle we went to, if anybody's having any trouble, could they get a hold of Trina on the billing stuff? Because it's a change.
Some of the stuff didn't
Some of the
go.
stuff has changed, it didn't come over from the other.
We've had a few, not very many.
I didn't do anything, I mean, I thought everything just rolled over, I did
Well-
ACH, it's not affected me in any way.
We tried to make it as easy, but you know, there's
Some that bug.
hiccups.
Gotcha.
There's some hiccups, so if anybody has any trouble, they get a hold of Trina.
Streets,
We're just ready for this weekend, see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that.
You've been waiting for this for like, what, 3 years?
Yes, he's done. You watch, it's gonna be like 1 inch of snow.
okay, so,
So does street lights fall under streets, like the security lights? 'Cause
Yes.
we've had a security light out at Washington and Walnut for probably a year.
Really?
Yeah, and then the one at the north end of Beck has also been out for like 5 years.
Get a hold of me,
Cause we've called multiple times and it's so dark on that intersection of Washington and Walnut.
Washington.
call me tomorrow and I'll get down there and get the number and I'll call you.
Okay. Cause Amy had given the phone pole for the one on Beck too, and,
They're not the quickest on getting it fixed.
well, yeah, but years now, not weeks
Yeah.
or months, but.
yeah,
It goes-
And you guys are paying the tariff on it, so you're paying for a light that's not working.
Yeah.
correct.
Problem.
You said there's one in Walnut and
Washington
Washington?
and Washington, and then the far north end of Beck. The kids shoot that one out all the time, so.
It's a good target.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a good target.
Got it. Okay,
Thank you, sir.
you bet.
You'd like to talk about a little bit, they're going around, gas companies going around fixing some things they can't.
Yes, the gas company's going around now on the streets, fixing all the streets, getting everything concreted, the sidewalks done. They probably won't be back until next week. So they pulled off. But they're coming along better.
You guys are ready for this weekend, right?
I don't understand your question. Right.
That's not.
Do you guys have anything to do with the new telephone, the new poles that they've put down the road for like the cable and the AT&T and all that stuff? Comcast, do you guys have anything to do with that? And they've left their old poles there, that's probably like the 4th year.
Hang on, I got 2 conversations going at the same time, I'm getting lost here, I apologize.
she was asking if we had anything to do with the Comcast poles that were being set, and they've left the old poles. And
That-
they've been there.
Like
That
the
we,
one across from our street, we just as a gag put a board across it and nailed it. But you can sit there and go like this to that whole board. The
no,
whole pole is like this.
we don't have, utilities, we don't have a say, so they have easement rights going through there and it's their responsibility. I mean,
We can call them.
we could give them a call, but
There's like 4 poles on 4th Street between,
utilities move at their own pace.
Yeah. and I've talked to him before.
We've had issues, I mean, we've worked them out, issues, concerns over the Walnut Streets and some others with the gas and repairs, and we're addressing those too as we go through talking to them.
Okay.
We've had Center Point in and done 2 walkthroughs with them now, as far as like the roads, but some of them, yeah, they can pretty, the only easiest way is they can pretty much can do what they want, once they have the easement and they take their time doing it, as long as they're moving forward.
Okay.
You said they're Comcast poles, you're
What?
sure?
It's like
Be AT&T poles.
AT&T poles, Comcast, and
Trying to get a hold of AT&T's a nightmare.
You wanna do that or you want?
it doesn't do any good. You sit there and talk to them. I've talked to them several times. when
I
they
leave
get
them
out.
on, I just sit and do my work while I'm on hold for 30 minutes.
Okay. Up next is, we've got the CCMG, we've got 2 projects that we're out for bid on Innovation Drive and on, Walnut. Amy, could you, I'll open them and make the list, and I'll check these off so we can have a tally number.
Okay.
That's the continuing crossing grant for the roads. It's 25, we got, actually it's 80, is it 80% now?
Yeah,
It's
80%.
State funds 80%. We apply for it, they'll fund 80% of the project, we only have to fund 20%.
We have 2 projects.
Pavement Solution is the first one we got. This would
So
be
one is.
on Walnut Street
This is one.
to do the microsurfacing after they get completely done.
Is that the same surfacing we have right now?
I'm sorry?
Is that the same type of surfacing that we have right now on the roads?
No, that right now you have asphalt that's being replaced by concrete going over. Instead of milling it, taking it all the way back down with 1.5 inches of asphalt. Once they get done with the concrete work, it'll be sealed and flattened off, the concrete and sealed, and then there'll be 2 layers of microsurfacing going over the top of it. What that is, it's not asphalt, it's a thin layer of about 2 millimeters that goes on twice with sand and grit in it. It prolongs the life of the year from 8 to 10 years.
Is that like what we have now?
That is what we got
Yeah,
now.
that's what happened the last round.
As soon as it heats up and you're out walking and stuff, all that crap that's
Oh,
loose
no,
on that,
that's the,
that goes in your
No,
mouth.
that's crack seal.
that's crack sealing.
That's crack seal.
That's crack sealing.
That
We did
is
the crack sealing to prevent, so no rain or nothing goes down underneath the asphalt and makes the road fall
Okay.
up.
And I know some people don't like, when we're participating in the state program, they pay 80% of our road bills into grants, we pay 20. Crack sealing is one of the maintenance requirements for roads that are cracking up and trying to keep all the water out and keep the deterioration to a minimum. I know it's not like, but it's part of the program to participate within the program, which is paid pretty dearly to us on the roads as far as the mega project.
Didn't they put the crack seal in too late when recently we all came out? That might
I
be,
don't know.
that might be. Wasn't there recently, they put the crack seal down, they put it down too late?
Yeah,
Came up.
that's when we was doing it, when we went through there with the plow and it ripped it right up off there.
That's what I was saying, okay. That might be,
That's probably what I'm talking about.
yeah,
Get
okay.
Okay, this one's Pavement Solutions, Walnut Street, is what they're bidding on here. And it, from the looks of it, has come in at $118,848.55. It looks like he has all of that, so you get that top number.
That's for Walnut.
This is, Pavement Solution. You have that, Amy? I marked it on the bid sheet too, which one I've opened up.
So they did not do Innovation Drive then?
No, they just, I'm glad you say, I'll check the back papers. That's why I went back and I stopped when I got to the insurance.
Just want to make sure, because
Yeah,
sometimes
I
they
don't
do
think he would ever,
No,
he would go there, but I will
Okay.
confirm by going through the back half. No, I do not see nothing in that, just on the Walnut Street project. Okay, the next one is from DC Construction Services out of Pendleton.
That's new.
That is new.
Hey, about them.
I talked to them.
DC Construction.
They've never bid with us before. They asked to bid, or they asked for both bid packets. I obviously don't know if they bid on both, but they're locally owned, I think out of Pendleton. Is where they said they were from, and so they said they were just trying to expand.
Itemized project, Innovation Drive from State Road 67 to semi entrance. Mobilized maintenance. Partial patching. Middle. Okay, this one here is for Innovation Drive, $193,705.80. I will note right off the bat that I don't think the attorney, we could approve up to, but going over this, I do not see concrete work in here in any of this that we made in the two areas. Yeah. Okay, no, you're right. It did. You did pick it up. $193,705.80.
That's for innovation.
That's for Innovation Drive. Gosh, they got a book in here. There may be another one.
Before they sneak in a little bit, and a bonus of.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, I think it's that they supply the backstory. That's what's on the back here. Liability. Those qualifications deal. So that was the only one bid on that one there. They bid on Innovation Drive again, $193,705.80.
This is the first company.
Last
Solutions.
Pavement Solutions was the first company. Last one is EMB Paving.
Century.
EMB Paving, security bond.
It's like Christmas.
Okay. EMB. Yeah. EMB, no. EMB, this is for Innovation Drive from State Road 67 to QT semi entrance. Concrete, and that pretty much lined up in the deal. EMB paving, $342,135.
Sure, that's not both.
That is not both, that is just one.
Where's the difference?
I think they're just saying they don't have to.
We've got, the sheets are the same. So mobilization is higher. Maintenance same. Partial depth replacement, they got 26, they're at 12, there's a big difference here. Milling, there's more, they're doing 3,100. They're doing 3,100. 310, the same numbers are there. 28, 33, 22.
close.
They got them upside down, but no, one's higher, see, 61, they got 30, there's double there. This one's under 2, because it's 33, 20 here. Stone, 12, 20, 35. Type 10 concrete, 125, 85,000,
Are you getting all this for the minutes?
2440.
This is where,
I'm just waiting for them to say they recommend one, you know.
It all matches up. Yes, yes. Did you get that number, Amy?
342,135. So the way I have it, you have 3 bids, 2 for Innovation Drive and 1 for Walnut Street.
Okay, I would suggest, let's take care of the easiest one first. And when I say this, it's up to the board if you guys want to approve pending the attorney's review, but we only have one on Walnut Street, so I would entertain.
Make a motion, pending attorney review, that we approve Amos Solutions for $118,848 and some cents for the Walnut Street project.
I'll second it.
We got a first and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Approved. All right, we have 2 bids on the Innovation Drive.
Make a motion, we accept DC Construction's quote for Innovation Drive.
Pending a couple things, pending the
Pending.
attorney,
The attorney.
but also I would like to get references.
Okay.
Well, they
Is
could
that-
be in there.
I think they included the whole bunch.
They could be in the packet, because we usually ask for
We
them.
have never had any dealings with them, so I'm just pretty sure
Yeah.
whether it's.
No, that's good. And that could be, add that for the attorney's review of the document. Okay. So I have a first, did I have a second?
I second it.
Okay, I have a first and a second discussion.
So QT has to pay a certain amount of that.
They're gonna pay our share.
Are we trying to stretch that to both projects?
That money was just given to us, it goes straight, it just went in as a one-time deal, and we used it on the project. Yes.
The E&B quote has significant material.
That's why I say we leave it up, we can approve DC pending the review, and John can come back with a different conclusion in the email, or we can leave it up. Well,
You wanna wait on that one, because the quality road is very important.
Well, that's kind of where I was going, but it sounds like E&B is providing a significant deeper base.
there's a lot more patching. They had, and that over there, and that's what I'm concerned about is, and I agree with you 100%, because the patching, if you look at if you've been over there and seen it, it is where the semis turn, it's the rear wheels dragging. So it's right in front of the lip. Once they straighten up, it's fine. And then again at Taco Bell where they make it move there. So there's 2 areas that need severely deep patching. Deep patching is everything comes out all the way down to the base. Redo the base. You got 6 inches of the hard stuff, then everything else on top of it. Redoing it in between the 2 concrete patches, which is the front entrance and there at QT. But then the state's handling out at the end of 67. So we've got all 3 areas addressed, but I agree with you. They are calling for a lot more deep patching. If we don't deep patch those, they're going to be right back in the same situation.
We'll carry right back up.
Because they weren't built for that, those turns right now.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I didn't pick up on that. There was a difference there.
Can you look at it and tell Brad?
Yeah.
Look at the
It's
book
apples to apples.
and see what the difference is. And whether or
You
not
can-
E&B is that much better in the depth and all that, and the quality of the work.
Well, I can look at it.
Well, maybe we could put that off tonight, let him look at it. Maybe put it off, just let him look at it.
We could come up with a deal with that.
I mean, it's all gonna be in the depth, what they're taking out and what they're putting in. The way I understood it, E&B's going down farther, they're going down to make to the base, then they're gonna build the road back up,
Right.
and that's a lot better. Because
Are
if
we
not, we're gonna have the
saying
same
that,
problem.
No,
Because
no,
of the
I'm not
amount
that
of
good at
material?
figuring it
Yeah.
out.
Well, see, that,
Because of the amount of material.
But maybe we should just qualify or verify with the other one, like how deep were they going, so that we know.
Well, you can tell by the numbers on the deep patching, they weren't going near as deep as far as the quantity. partial deep patching, 310 at 4.
It's 310 on the depth patch.
Well, and maybe we ask them to revise their bid going on the same depth so that we're comparing apples to apples.
No, it looks like the same. That's what.
Yeah, when you read it, I thought they were all, it was all equal. I didn't hear any difference. Price.
It just looks like the same.
9 items.
If you projected the lower bid, now, I mean, we should be able to do it pretty quickly, right?
Do the math at the
Do the
same,
math.
Yeah.
Yes.
at the same.
What do you mean? We can take a look at what their unit cost is on both of those line items. And then,
It's the same, they're laying it out here. It's in here, it's already here. Unit cost is there. And so
Oh, and it's the
quantity,
same now.
the quantity,
Well, no, it's not. That's where the
the
difference is.
the quantity is the same, top to bottom on all 9 line items, including the concrete, the depth and everything. The only thing that is different is the unit price going across, which affects the total price of the 9 line items.
They're charging
But the
less
quantity-
for supply.
The quantity of what they're saying they're going to do is the same. Deep patching, 3,100, 31, I mean, it's the same numbers.
They're just charging you less for the materials.
And labor,
oh, okay, well, I was under the understanding
because the quantity,
E and B had significantly more quantity, they
No.
just have a higher price.
they just have a higher price. The quantity is matching up exactly with what E and B is quantifying in their bid. Both numbers are the same
Well, that changes everything.
across all 9 items.
I'm just not, I just wanna make sure, because we've never worked with this company before, just wanna make sure what others say about them.
Did the
Okay, so
other company put in where they're gonna have traffic signals?
we haven't got, all we looked at was the numbers, bro. We ain't done clear through the back and read it here. They filled out everything.
I mean, that's where it should be.
For reference, if they didn't put it in.
They'll have, they used it, by the state, they've got to put references and stuff in. And I don't think they would have bid on it if they weren't state approved, because everything goes through NDOT, and we cannot hire an unapproved certified NDOT person to do that work. So I think going back, we talked a little bit, I had a first and a second to approve DC pending the review and references.
Yes.
Since we haven't had it, okay, am I correct?
Yeah.
First and a second. Do I have any other discussion? Seeing none, I'll.
Hold on,
I
sorry.
heard, you got it before I said it.
Okay. I am in no way, shape, or form tied to union.
I understand.
They are a known entity, right? And we're not paying for this huge meeting.
I'll tell you, the state would not appreciate us approving
Exactly.
a double the price contract, just because we're not paying, our.
Especially if they're state approved.
But is there a time limit that we have to approve?
No, I think,
Well, you wanted it done by March something, right?
yeah, we need to have it in by March 1st.
Okay,
So-
so we have time to do our due diligence.
And like I said, if we approve it like this and go through that, if something pops up, we've got time to make changes. If it doesn't and it all checks out, then everything's good. They have legitimately won the bid, because the quantities I see between me and Tom sitting here going through, there is no difference other than price.
The state paying 80%.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're gonna
yeah.
want the best bill. I mean, I know what you're saying. We got more money than more than covers it. That's fine. If the money goes back to the state to go back in the next pool, and it'll go back in the next
So
one.
here's 2 pages of references, basically. Let me just go through it real quick. Union City, $111,000 project. Lebanon, $1,200,000 project. Town of Pendleton, $897,000 project. Fortville, $802,000. Howard County, $2,003,000. And Town of Anderson, $2.8 million. So they've done big projects.
Yeah.
All right. I just got a nod. So I got to do this once before. First, second, been there. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Okay, that takes care of that. You got those up together, Tom? Yeah, those are up there. 'Cause your
Someone
wife
gonna
needs
get
all
those to John? Or
Needs to go to John for review, showing the 2 winners. The sheet, I marked the 3 that
somebody
came in.
is somebody gonna hand deliver those? Because we won't
If-
see him until February.
All right, to put it together, make sure I take it out, and I'll take it, drop it off at the office when I go in the morning. Okay, we got the streets and garages, we finished up. Brad, do we have anything else, or do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. Moving on, planning and zoning, Randy?
There are two ordinances that, have been approved by the planning and zoning to recommend for us to adopt. It's the lighting ordinance, private property, and then the 67 property, standards.
Mhm.
And so both of those are here for us to review.
These were sent out. Did everybody get a chance to look at them? Okay. I mean, it's up. I mean, we go ahead and you want to address them now?
Yep, we can.
Okay. So the first one I got here, let's go with the ordinance 2025-11. It's the ordinance to regulate exterior lighting in the residential areas of the town of Delville. You guys had a chance to review it. Planning and zoning approved it and passed it up to the board. Is there any changes? Anything that you guys want to put to the table right now?
Just a question. So is the current lighting that's out there, that would be grandfathered in?
Understood, yes, by this, by the way I read it and understand.
Yep.
Okay, any other questions or concerns? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion. This would be to adopt. This is an ordinance that we're not in a rush. We can go through this and we can finish up next month. We can introduce, we can introduce, and we can adopt the next month.
Yes.
I'd like for us to introduce ordinance 2025-11, ordinance to regulate exterior lighting in residential areas of Daleville, Indiana.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. Any discussion, changes, additions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It is introduced. Please pass it back down to Amy, so we'll need that at the next meeting. Next one up is ordinance 2025-12. This ordinance establishes property maintenance standards for the commercial corridor along State Road 67, excuse me.
Was that ordinance number?
That ordinance was 25-12. Did everybody get a chance to look at it?
Motion to approve.
I got a motion to approve. Do I got a second?
I'll second it.
I've got a second. Brandy, do you want to give an update? Anything new, different, planning and zoning?
Yeah, there's nothing new to that or anything. The only other thing I was gonna bring up, it's already been brought up, so it was the two lights that were out that we talked about earlier.
Got it.
So that was the only other thing that came out about meeting.
I've got a first and a second to introduce ordinance 25-12. All in favor, say aye. Opposed? 25-12 has been introduced. Okay, passing that. Anything else planning and zoning?
That was it.
Police department?
Do you have anything?
So I was just gonna go over total call volume, stuff like that. So for 2025, we were the busiest outside of Muncie in Delaware County. We had nearly 14,000 calls. Puts us as the busiest small town around. We were higher than Yorktown almost by a few thousand. 4,400 of those were traffic stops. We had 7,000 property checks last year. Had 2 crash reconstruction call-outs. Both of them were fatal crashes. Both of them resulted in arrests. The K9 unit was deployed 100 times, whether it be for tracking purposes, narcotic searches, things like that. Let's see, I'll move on to December. Just in December, there was almost 1,200 calls with 645 property checks, 330 traffic stops. We responded to 31 crashes and assisted other agencies 14 times. So I know this is going to come up. It's been all over Facebook for the past week. I'm going to talk about what happened last week at the schools. Amy, if you want to make sure this is in the minutes for me, I'd appreciate it.
Got it.
So the police department was alerted to the threats on social media at about 8:45 on January 11th. After discussion with Delaware Police Department, Delaware County Sheriff's Office, and Delaware County's Prosecutor's Office, it was determined that since the subject of the threats lived outside of town, there was no direct threat mentioned to anything in Delville, that the county Sheriff's Department would lead the investigation. approximately 10 p.m., the investigation was turned over to them. There was, we collaborated on it. There was constant communication. However, with it being an ongoing investigation, the Delaware County Sheriff's Office would have had to be the one to comment on it, not the Delaware Police Department. In accordance with those policies, the Delaware County Sheriff's Office is who, if anybody has any questions reference that investigation, they need to speak with the Sheriff's Office. If they have any questions about how the school handled it, they need to contact the school. But the Delaware Police Department is dedicated to maintaining the safety of our youth, people in town, and we're gonna do the best we can with that.
I think you guys did a great job. I would ask this, that to go back and review the process, just to see if there's anything you guys could do differently. Did I enhance anything, or, because I think you guys did everything you could, so.
So the threat was delivered to us by a third party. We couldn't actually see the post, anything like that. It screenshotted and sent one of our officers. And we moved this investigation along very quickly. It was very quick, probably one of the quickest I've seen. We went from just having the post, our officer had a report done for our side of it in less than an hour. And we relayed that to the Sheriff's Department, and it continued from there. The Sheriff's Department handled the initial, and we had other stuff going along with it at the same time. So Chief Hicks is out of town. We haven't really had a chance to talk about it, but we're gonna look into it. But as far as I know from surrounding communities, it was probably the quickest investigation of something like that we could have.
It's the one phone call nobody wants to get. I'm sure none of us board members want to get that phone call that morning. But I agree with Tom. It was handled in a very respectful way. Things were taken care of, and the community was kept safe. We were very appreciative.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah, please. Yeah, we should do that since we're.
Okay.
Apologies.
You got it.
So I went ahead and filled in the description and the VIN. And here is the information we don't have a resolution number.
It'll be 2026-01.
01.
Yeah, it'll be the first one. That's me.
All right, this is a resolution to declare two former police vehicles, two 2019 Silverado Customs. We've got issues, you can describe that. We've talked about these several times, but we want to get them declared as surplus so that we can get them out of the fleet and move on.
Yeah, so both of those vehicles are retired reserve vehicles. I think reserve vehicles, either way, doesn't matter. Been reserved, they've been out of service for quite some time. We have done a lot of robbing of those vehicles to keep the others in shape. One of them has a bad engine, one of them has a bad transmission, and it's just time for them to go. When you look at the value of the vehicles, they do fall in that $5,000 or less tier, and we can use that money for something else.
So it'd be selling it or salvage?
Well, we have to declare them salvage.
We have to declare surplus and then
Surplus.
put them out to bid and get rid of them.
Okay, gotcha.
So I make a motion to approve resolution
2026-01.
2026-01.
I second it.
I've got a first and a second. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Resolution approved.
Put that on Facebook or something. How we gonna do that?
You keep talking about this.
There's a government site that you can list it out there. You can put a reserve on it if you want to. I mean, John, do you know where the government site to list stuff for surplus?
It's just government surplus. You can get it on, find it on Facebook.
There's like Don Smoke, there's Chicago Motors.
You can put it on Marketplace. We can put it anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
you do
one you
that.
put up for
However-
bid on
whatever you think's
Facebook,
best,
it might
you're the
be popular.
department head, so however you think best.
We've done it
Out
on
there.
Facebook before, haven't we?
Yeah,
Make
we
sure
put
they know that there's no engine racing and there's
Yeah.
no
No
transmission.
transmission in the other.
So
Okay, so this will
where
just
we
go to
want
highest bidder.
Where are we going
Give a
to,
date.
where are we, I need to put where you're going to put it out and when.
Give me. Just say on,
Marketplace, or I mean.
Sure.
Okay,
Like on Facebook, is that where you, so I'll need to get it, I
We can do that
you guys
quick,
later.
and you're okay with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
It's surplus.
If you can get it,
You're the
Sabrina
department
can-
head. We
I
just
can
need,
put it
it
on the
just has to have the
website, too.
opportunity to be put out there
we
in one
can,
form or another.
we can put it in the website too.
I can put it on the website and reference the fact that, like, the bidding can be done on Facebook. If someone doesn't have Facebook, then they can, like, bring it up here, so
The
they're not
office.
counting.
Well, we have one already.
And how long do you wanna run it? You've gotta
Are we
decide.
good? You're doing an auction or a bid, like a.
Well, I don't know, I'm just saying, like, if somebody doesn't have Facebook, I'll make sure that it's available on the website as well. And then if they, like, want to communicate with us, they can come up to the office and do it. I can put somebody's email, or they can do it via the Facebook
I
page,
just
that way we can just have the written.
The highest, it's
The way we
the
did it
highest
last
bid.
time was on Facebook, it was on for X number of days, and we took the highest bid as of a very specific time. And the time, the time and date was on the original post, so there was no question about.
Tell me what you want to do.
Time.
Yeah.
So
Time to
Do that again.
it's just, maybe make it a week.
Mhm.
And,
A week from tonight, 6,
let's just do it to the 31st. That gives us time to get it posted and get worked out exactly what needs to be said on there, because it needs to be extremely clear that neither vehicle is in operating condition.
31st is Saturday.
Sure is.
Don't wanna
make
do
it the
that.
30th.
The 30th.
What time on that Friday?
When you close the office.
Office closing, work.
4 o'clock.
4 PM on Friday?
1529.
Okay. Anything else? Park. We got any update on the park? I know it's winter time. Any updates from you guys?
We're looking into shade for the benches at the preschool end of the playground. Actually, I got information on that today and sent it out to the park board
Good.
members. So,
That's a big one right there.
yeah, we've been after that for a while, and there's still some money available from TIF that we can probably use for it. So
Yeah, do you know, will the park board be making a request of the redevelopment commission for?
I don't know
So-
if 2026 yet. I don't know what the event schedule is and where the need is yet.
I can't really schedule too many events. I can do some of them, but funding is obviously a concern. And if we're gonna be able to match the level of events that we provided last year, then we're gonna have to be like subsidized again by the TIF, which I think it's not my place to ask them without at least permission of the town council to approach them for that request.
Well, that's what, we get the idea, if the park board get the idea from you, then we can ask.
So I mean, if we're going to plan some of the concerts and maintain the, fireworks display at the professional level that it was, we're gonna have to go back and request that again in order to sustain that.
So there was some left from the request, and that's what we want to use for the shade from the request from last year, so.
I would say
Still
that
working
it's
on
something needs to be put together, then on
Yeah.
what
She'll put
you
it
want,
to-
with the request of what amount it is to put on what it is you're wanting to
I
do.
think what we'll have, she'll put it together and we'll talk about it with the park board, and then we can break down, okay, this is how much we wanna ask.
Okay.
And then we'll bring it to you guys to ask too.
Sounds good.
All right, anything else? All right, going into new business, meeting dates for 2026. Did everybody get a chance to look at them? If you didn't, here it is. Steve's looking down there. saying,
I think I did already.
Wait a minute,
Second Tuesday.
that's park and rec dates.
There's park and rec dates in there too, but there's 2 sheets.
I only got the one.
I only got the one.
This is town council.
Town
I
council.
said that was town council. I read town council across because it said January 22nd.
Because of the
first. I
town,
was like,
there
wait
was
a
2
minute.
sheets, but park and rec got in there, I should have left it for them. You guys just need to approve the town council dates.
So all these other meetings are on Tuesday nights already? None of them have been moved to it?
Unless it's got asterisk, it's
Yeah,
not
that's
moved.
when it's
I'm good
asterisk.
with it. I can't make next month, but we don't need to change.
the same dates that we have on the town side.
As long as we got enough.
Yeah.
Make a motion to approve the dates.
Yeah. That's fine.
I've got a first, do I have a second?
I second it.
I've got a first and a second, any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? They are approved.
Can, when you go to put the dates on the website, can you also put the parking rec dates?
That'd be good.
It
I mean,
did
it's been a separate sheet, yeah.
I've already updated the
that's right.
meeting dates for this year. Like I updated the graphic that's on the website and social media, and then I can put the graphic on the website and then put it on the park page with the park board meeting. They just don't always meet consistently, so I haven't previously done that. If they don't have business, then they don't, like, this month they didn't.
The
So,
off months, we don't do.
yeah.
Or something.
Okay, moving on, we're going to the review of the mowing bids. Amy, I take it all three of these because we put these back out after conversation. James, these are all apples to apples, correct? Okay, so we got three of them. The first one that comes from Devon's Lawn Care and Landscape. The scope of work bi-weekly, mow trim, the railroad and the solar. 14 occurrences rated 150, 2100. Weekly mowing, blowing, Schellenberger Park, 25 occurrences, 300 per, 7,500. Cost summary, railroad solar, 2,100, Schellenberger, 7,500, for a total of $9,600 for the year. Billing and payment terms were monthly rate of $1,200 a month, net 30. That is Devon's. Next up is daily rate landscaping. Schellenberger Park mowing, weekly 25, 170 for 4,250. Railroad solar mowing bi-weekly 14,140 for 1,960 for a total of $6,210. J. Crew Landscape is the third and final. Coming in, it is mowing, trimming, blowing, Schellenberger Park, 25, 180, $4,500. Railroad solar, 14, 148 for $2,072 for a total of $6,572.
We did have them do them separate because, the mowing Schellenberger Park, paying for that takes a huge bite out of the park budget. So with Dennis being a part-time, I think we can take better care of it when we do it ourselves as far as the park's concerned. Because they had issues with, so.
So we got one, Devon's at 9,600 for the year.
Is that just the railroad?
I know that was for the boat packages. One was 96, I was going total package. So we break it down, what are we doing here?
I was gonna say, I personally think, last year Schellenberger Park wasn't taken care of very good, not on a frequent basis. So I personally think that we should be taking care of that ourselves with our crew. But I understand that the railroad should be
We don't
mowed by
want that.
somebody else,
don't
we don't
touch
want
that
that
with a
because
10-foot
of
pole.
equipment, et cetera.
It's got rocks and everything else in it. That's worth having somebody else.
Yeah.
do that.
We get reimbursed for the railroad, I think it's
Yeah.
$2,000 a year, so
Take care of
We
it.
cover quite a bit.
that takes care of it.
Okay.
So I'm fine with that.
Okay, so what I'm hearing there, you separate out then. So if we go with just the solar, Amy, you ready?
Yep.
J. Crew is $2,072. You go with daily rate landscaping, solar, railroad, 1960. And Devon's, 2,100. 1960 looks like the lowest number by daily rate landscape.
And he has done our park landscaping, so we have a good rapport with him, so.
So Devon, or daily rate landscaping is the lowest bid. What's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion to approve the daily rate. Well,
So
I have a first and a second. Any discussion, questions? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Daily rate it is. And it is only for the solar area.
And
Circle and railroad, yes. This was approved.
they call it, so daily rate.
Can I borrow your pen again real quick? Sign this.
Did you mark
Actually, it's a local
I
business.
did, I circle.
it here?
That's all we want to approve that.
Yeah.
This, I'll mark out.
I hadn't heard of it before, that's what I was wondering.
Mowing bids, okay, I'm coming to the end of it. We took care of the lighting orders, the other, all right, I'm at the end of the agenda. Is there any business that any other board member has before us this evening?
I have one.
Yes, sir.
So there are a number of items that just keep falling through the cracks because we don't have enough time or resources to address them. One is all the items that kind of happen here with this building. Like right now, I know we still have a leak, Peters, in the roof that is draining down into the exercise room. We haven't done anything with looking at the possibility of an HVAC, work here in the building just because none of us have any time for that. We also had someone vandalize the solar panels and to dive into that as well. I don't know what the solution is, but if we could get somebody, even on a part-time basis or whatever, we need assistance in staying on top of all these things. And I know none of us have time to do it. And all of our personnel are busy doing the jobs that they're supposed to be doing. I'm just looking for suggestions while we're all here.
And I'm not disagreeing with you, and the reason he did this, and we had a little conversation about some economic development deals. I'm just gonna give you what I'm still holding on that we haven't gotten back to, and you hit 2 or 3 of them. Did we ever appoint the, member for the Daleville Economic Development Commission? The one with the counselor. Did we do that in a meeting? This is the one that goes on the board, the council picks. I'm usually the other one, and then we pick, and it was Brent Cheatham. Is who we have
Yeah, I
always
know
been on.
nothing about that, no.
We haven't
There
done
hasn't
that.
been anything on
We
that.
need to close that out. Just as an update, Crystal DeBoer, we've been working with Brad, that's the mitigation on the park. We're waiting on a call from her after she gets a hold of IDEM. We may be done, we may not be done. They may want to do a walkthrough, but we're close to a sign off, and we're trying to get the end of that done. Baker Tilly, we're working on the other for the water. We got that at Friday, that's still open. That's the ones I showed current. The other one was the landscape project we talked about, the stormwater. Comprehensive Economic Development Plan update. Only 2 were funded out of Okra last year. 14 were turned down. Our LMI is not close enough. It is for really the hardest of the hardest. So we're going to have to fund this. When we got a quote in March of last year, it was $38,000. We're looking at $40,000 for a comp plan. Our 5-year comp plan. So we haven't gotten it updated. We still have that on. I'm not saying let's address it tonight. I'm saying we have open items that we haven't closed out.
What does that need? What is that? I know it's a good use, but is it used for grants?
Grants and everything. If you don't have a plan in place, why am I making loans or grants to you? You don't even have a plan in place and you're asking me for money. So yes, it does affect us going forward as far as our water or infrastructure projects or road projects, stuff of that nature. So we need to get back onto that and decide what to do. We had a quote from Kaiser. I can reach out and get 2 or 3 more quotes. There's plenty that I talked to Mike Kleinpeter There is TSW, there's American Structure Point, there's HWC. We could get some quotes and take a look at it and see. These are all planning companies, and that's what we need for a comprehensive plan. We don't need somebody that does it half-time. I would like to have somebody that does it full-time.
In the end, this money would have to come out of either Everett or Texas.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to finance it. We are too high up, and as the assessed value of homeowner and the rate drops, we're going above the LMI. We are not gonna qualify, which takes us what we talked about with the water, so that's gonna come out of play. We're gonna have to take that off and look at USDA and SRF and maybe some other funding there.
And our budget doesn't even cover us most of the time. I'll probably by the end of the year be asking for TIF monies to pay the ending of our insurance, our property insurance. I doubt if we have enough. I have it divided this year, I'm doing it in payment plans, so I don't paying it all out at
Well,
once, but that's gonna be a request, but I can figure out how much it'll be, but yeah, there'll be costs for that. I know we'll have to.
Well, I know we made some cuts in last year coming into this year. I mean, I think we need to look at the budget. I'm not saying we gotta cut, but we gotta get back with inside the means. That's what we said we were gonna do, so we didn't have to go outside of it. And inside the means means
Yeah,
inside
I
the
can
means.
see
We've gotta look at
yeah.
what we're doing, if there's any, we tightened up a couple, 2 or 3 places. Is there someplace else now that we need to make?
Well,
a
you
focus
also
on?
gotta remember though, with our expanding things, getting the new park and getting all the new buildings, you're going to have cost of insurance on all those things. That's
Exactly.
what's,
Well, and that's why
insurance is the main thing I know of working.
we're just talking here, we're not going into just things that need to be thought about and go that, but that's why when I sent out the deal on the corridor from MCOG or the God, what they call them, the permits, the usage permits on the new builds and stuff going in, because all the municipalities are looking at ways to offset the reductions that we've gotten as far as the new state taxes and laws going in. And whether it's the park or whether it's the road or the infrastructure, we've got to find a way to cover these costs. Or what services we're going to eliminate. It's one or the other. You can't have it both ways. We still got the facade program that you brought up, but we have it hammered out that we talked about that we wanted to do for the homeowners in there and put some of the money back there. I remember what's one. This is on the building. That hasn't mentioned here, HVAC and going there. The water that we talked about going there. But so we've got some open items. I mean, it's not a whole bunch of them, but it is difficult with all of us having full-time jobs. I
So
mean,
Old Town Halls, and
I know he brought that up too. And I mean, there's a lot of things on the plate. I think we need to decide what we need to prioritize.
It's deteriorating, you know.
Let me put, why don't we do this, Old Town Hall. Why don't I put a list out of all these projects that I got in here and what you guys can put out an email, and let's do it and prioritize. It's an elephant, that you can't eat the elephant. Figure out where we're gonna get our first bite out. Let's get it, take it out, and then we'll move to the next.
I would probably be willing to do those isolated ones. I mean, I have the least, because I'm going out this year, I'm done. So I could probably do those, add those to my duties.
Kind of a one-time thing versus
Right.
an
Doing some of
ongoing
the follow-up
project.
on the projects and this and that. I mean, we could use some extra help, and it just is because we're all full-time and it's getting a lot more hectic. Brandy just took on a big one. I've taken on 2 or 3
He's
others.
not full-time, he's
I'm
retired.
not retired yet. I still got another year I'm looking at that to get to your stage. But no, why don't I put the list out and then we'll prioritize, anybody can add to that, and then we'll start with Tom here and figure out
Some
where
of
we
those
wanna go.
things, like what we're talking about, what Adam's talking about, is gonna be an ongoing kind of thing in terms of somebody overseeing the buildings and properties and having a kind of a.
I have a hard time having that discussion. We need to use the resources we got because we currently are looking at ways to
No, I
cut some
understand
different deals to get within inside our budget to bring something else on while we're cutting. Seems like we're talking 2 different directions here.
Well, we may be need to move both directions, is what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Adam Jones, you were bringing up about the leak in the roof up here. How old is this building?
73 years old.
No, I know it's not. But why aren't
five.
you guys going back to the people that put the roof on?
We have done that. You haven't been in several of the meetings. We have done that. There's only a certain amount of warranty that goes on. There's other issues in play, but they have been out of here several times. We have used legal. We have went through every aspect of it. Now it's coming down to, we need to decide how it is and where
Well, who
we
did
want to make repairs. Excuse me,
Who
ma'am.
put the roof on?
It was when it was built by the company. I don't know who that subcontractor was. I don't know who it was.
BW Construction was in charge of the
What
project.
was the general contractor? Now, who they used to put that on, I do not know.
Then you can't sue them.
Not at this point, no, because we're outside the warranty.
Not for a roof like that.
Yeah, we've talked to our attorney about.
We've been with the attorney, pictures.
That's ridiculous.
I've got a book in here that's about this thick of pictures, and every time that something has come up that we've been addressing.
If we're gonna sue, we're gonna sue over the HVAC system is what we'd sue.
That would be,
Yeah.
yeah,
Air conditioning?
that,
Yeah.
Heating
Oh,
air.
Heating.
It goes
It's
in
a
a different
nightmare.
direction. So, okay, I'll get that list put out, and you guys can go over that and go there. Does anybody else have anything else from the board members? Audience, do I have any comments? Yes, ma'am.
I have had a couple people ask me, and so I've been working on it, and I just want to get official permission to move ahead again with veteran banners this year. I'd like to try to open them up the first week of February. I had one correction that had to be made, so I've already made the company aware of that. That'll go in with this batch to a veteran that just had information there were like 2 different boxes that were checked, and so they picked the wrong one. It was our fault. It's just part of the proofreading process. But I would like to open that back up again. Like we
First of
did.
February, wasn't it?
Yeah, the 1st of February has been my goal. I wanted to have an opportunity for you guys to meet, just to make sure that I'm good to move ahead with that. The banners did really well last year, so
I think
they're
they were
still in
very
good
nice.
shape. Yeah, they're gonna go back out, again. And then the goal, I think, is just to keep adding to it, maybe even, if we run out of posts on Walnut, to even take them like in through the park, just like the main areas of town so they can be enjoyed while people are visiting. So if you guys are good with that, I think it's gonna be right around the same, like $100 to maybe $120 price point. If a family can pay for it or wants to, then of course, that's fine, but we can try to find sponsorship and stuff again this
Because,
year,
yeah,
so.
we pretty much do that all by sponsorship and donation, though.
Yeah, I think you guys helped out a little bit when we needed to
I
buy
think we
some
helped out on
hardware
we were the
for
first one to
actual
get it up, but I
poles.
think we found there's a lot of
Yeah.
interest out there.
But I found a pretty good deal on all that hardware, and I looked it up, I think it was last week, and it seems like the price is still pretty consistent, which is shocking, because most things aren't from year to year anymore. So I think we're gonna be really close to that same spot.
I think the board's good with, I thought it was a continuing project when we started it, so yeah, I don't think there's any issue to go ahead and release it, start taking applications for the new ones and
Yeah,
We had a call
and open
today.
up for donations or
I'm gonna
whatever.
try to get it all out and advertised and ready to go then for 26 with all the new dates and information and some of what we learned that we do need or don't need or whatever. Just so it's a little bit more streamlined this year, and then close it out by the 31st of March or whatever that final business day is in March. So we have time to get the order in and then get them here in time for Memorial Day. So I'll just kind of stick to that timeline.
Sounds good. Anything else? Anybody else have anything? Yes, ma'am.
If you need help on anything, I'll volunteer some time if I can do some legwork, or I'm good with numbers, needless to say, or anything like that. If I can help out in any way, I will.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Anybody else have anything? Seeing none at this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
We'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
I've got a first and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Yeah.
Oh.
Taking the date.
Good.